In a previous fly tying video, I tied Frank Sawyer's Pheasant Tail Nymph. Now, as a pattern, it's been around for years. It's spawned countless variations, and this variant is very much based on how he tied the original Pheasant Tail Nymph. So there's a couple of key aspects I wanted to retain, I wanted to keep when I put this together, and one is the simplicity. So the original pattern is just literally wire and pheasant tail fibres. So I want to try and keep that simplicity. I want to keep it a very simple working pattern. And one of the other kind of, what I would consider the kind of key components is the doubling and redoubling in the thorax section, which I wanted to keep in this. I wanted to make sure we still kind of kept the essence of the original PTN. However, one of the bugbears when you're tying with wire, it breaks quite easily. And if you're a new tyer, even if you're a seasoned tyer, you'll find that you'll still break off with wire pretty regularly, especially when you're using extra fine copper wire. And when you're coming to finish the fly off, for example, and you, like me, I like to finish off the head section of the fly, you put your whip finish in, you break off. It's just a little bit annoying. So I wanted to go back to thread, kind of keep the element of control when it comes to putting the pattern together, and I also want to give it just a little bit of extra kick underneath the thorax section. So a lot of bait today, for example, if you're retrieving on like a dart pause, I just wanted that extra bit of kick underneath the thorax section, just give that a little bit of bugginess and leggy look to it. So I hope you like the pattern. Let's go on the fly tying. In the vise is a Camasan B175 size 14, and the thread I'm using is Simplify Classic Waxed 12 autumn black, and I'll just catch in a quick thread base from just behind the hook eye, take the tag section off, and I'll just work the thread down to just shy of the barb where that bend starts to kick in. For the tail and the body, it's cock pheasant tail fibres. Anywhere, I think kind of five or six fibres is usually a good number for this, depending on the thickness of the pheasant tail fibres that you have, or each particular barb. So just measure that out to around about the body length of the fly. Not an exact science, it's just kind of what suits your eye. Make sure you get a nice proportion out of it. Then for the ribbing, I'm using extra fine or 0.1mm copper wire. And I was going to catch it in with one wrap, and then I'll just trap in the wire, working up like so. I'll work back down to where I want that thorax to start. A couple of extra wraps just allow me to get the use the rotary function of the vise, and then I'll just start off those wraps like so. Okay, I'm going to catch that in. Just a couple of turns in like that. Okay, from there I'm going to catch in the ribbing. So I want the impression of segmentation, but I don't think you need anything with this size fly. I don't think you need anything more than 5 wraps of wire, 5 or 6. I like to leave a bit more of a gap, get the fibres moving a bit more. So I'll drop that in. And just make sure the tails sit on top nicely, not rolled over too much. Now for the thorax, if you watch my purple badger, I actually use the same blend of hare's mask and UV and gold. So I use that particular dubbing quite a lot. Right, so I'm just going to catch in. Just make sure that's got the thorax length that I want. A little bit of fibres there that are unnecessary. So pull the dubbing back at this point. I'll catch that in. So I'm just going to go back, double and redouble. Putting a little bit more dubbing in there, I can do. And peel all the dubbing back. A couple of turns, and then that's really that redouble tied in. Bit of wax. And then snip those off. In with the varnish. If you want to, you can also just go into your dubbing brush, just pull out some of those hairs for the legs. There you have it. Really, really simple little pheasant tail. Oh, I think a pheasant tail should be. Nice and easy. Handy little pattern. Hope you've enjoyed that.